Welcome back to Animal Crossing New Horizons. I'm Neil Darling. Shall we see what's going on our lovely island of Fawnhollow today? Well, we might be expecting possibly someone new to move in Rodeo's place. Because I did some island hopping. I didn't find anyone particular to invite, so I don't know. I guess we'll leave it up to Lady Luck because I run out of Nook Mile points. So there's literally nothing else I can really do right now. It happens. I mean, there's not too many villagers left that I would be like dying to invite, so whoever comes is whoever comes, and we'll make new friends of them. Hello everyone. Right now in Fawnhallow, it's 5:29 PM on Thursday, September 17th, 2020. No news to report today. Have a wonderful Thursday, or as I like to call it, Friday Eve. Isabel signing off. Oh, I don't think I spoke to Flick yesterday to get another model. That's my bad. Missing out. Oh, no mail today. I don't even know what we're going to do today. I guess I'll sort out our flowers. We know Red's not going to be our visitor for today, right? Well, first things first, I'm the realist. Everybody know. Why don't we run over to where Rodeo's house used to be and see if someone's bought that vacant lot? We do have a lot of flowers to sort out. That's probably what we'll be doing today. At some point in the near future, we're going to start, oh, no one has. Well, maybe if we get enough Nook Mile points, we'll start doing that. At some point in the future, we're going to start redecorating our town, I think. I didn't mean to do that. Because, this sort of like layout and stuff is a temporary thing, which I only did because I wanted to get a 5-star rating. We've got a 5-star rating now, so we don't really need to bother too hard at maintaining what we've got currently. And to be honest, we probably don't have a 5-star rating right now anymore because we have so many recipes on the floor. Audie actually looks so good in my coat. So yeah, I thought we'd probably take the time to try and rearrange things. If you don't know, I want to try and go for a 4 seasons sort of thing. I don't know, I'll tell you more about my plans once I've got a solid plan written out. I've got some ideas swimming around, but nothing concrete yet, so that's something I need to figure out. But, okay, what have I done today? I actually done, like, nothing today. I was extraordinarily tired. You know, do you have, is it just me, do you get those days where suddenly, like, oh, sorry, I shouldn't say days, I should say nights, where, you just can't get to sleep? You're like in bed. I was in bed at 11 PM, it was actually a lot earlier than usual. I was like, alright, let's try and get some sleep in. And like an hour passes, and then like 2 hour passes, I'm like, I'm taking a long time to get to sleep. And then like 3 hour passes, and then like 4 hour passes, and it's like 3 AM. Or like, no, 4 AM, I looked at my phone, and I was like, wow, why am I taking so long to get to sleep today? I don't know. Maybe at some point in there, I got to sleep, I don't know, but I don't remember. I definitely don't remember it, but it really felt like one of those days where I just couldn't get to sleep. Did we customize our shovel? We should do that before it breaks, to be honest. Because it's been a bit of time since we've done that. But yeah, so, I was kind of sleepy. Oh, actually, surprisingly, I wasn't actually that sleepy, but, like, I just didn't have energy to do anything, so I didn't really do much today. And to be honest, what I was expecting in this video to be like was like, oh, you know, I'm actually really tired today. You know why? But because we finally played Among Us in our friend circle. That hit new game that's been social deduction game, which I've talked about like 3 times before, I think, in these videos. That's taking over everything by storm, and I gotta say, yeah, it's pretty fun. I can't deny it. Like, I talked about this ad nauseum like 2 days ago or something, about social deduction games. When everyone's in the stage when no one knows what's going on, there's like no meta set or anything, I think those are the best stages of those games. And then a small meta starts developing, and then my Joy-Con drift apparently goes out of control. It's still kind of fun, don't get me wrong, when a meta evolves and all that. Joy-Con drift, please. But then as it gets more and more, like, evolved, I suppose, more and more stuff gets discovered, more and more secrets, there's less secrets and there's less confusion. I feel like it becomes less and less fun, at least for me. Continue playing like that. Like, I've got nothing wrong with the game, it's, well, especially right now, it's tons of fun. I'm having a blast playing it. It's just like, perhaps this is definitely too negative of me, but I'm sort of counting down the days waiting for me to get that moment where I'm just like, you know, I'm not sure I'm having fun with this anymore. And I think it's because the draw at that point, once you like mastered all the systems, once the meta's developed within your friend circle enough, the thing that keeps drawing you back is the competition, right? And pulling up the victory. And as I've talked about before, oh, excuse me, I'm not that competitive, so that sort of thing isn't as huge a draw for me. So I end up I suppose, not caring too much about it. Because I will say, a lot of times that I play games with my circle of friends is as and when I have casual chats with them, basically, we're having like a sort of mindless activity which we can do, which is why I like things like ARAM or like casual games. Like Fall Guys is actually great for that. Don't even talk to me. Yeah. Like Fall Guys and ARAMs and League of Legends are really great for that because they're very casual modes. You can have random conversations about whatever's going on in people's lives, that sort of thing. That's what I'm really here about, I suppose. And I do like Fall Guys to start off with. Not Fall Guys. These social deception games to start off with. Of course, it's just eventually. Because I like to do like wacky tactics, explore that sort of, not explore, like explore weird intriguing ideas and that sort of thing. But eventually that's gonna run out and then I'm just like, oh, okay, whatever. I will say though, I'm gonna make the most of it while I'm enjoying the game. And who knows, maybe it'll break the trend, because I feel like what Among Us does really well is it's actually really simple to get into and far more casual than a lot of other social deception games are going on. Like, obviously you can, I'm not saying there's not any competitiveness to it or like any strategy, there definitely is. It's just a lot more like laid back, I suppose, about it compared to other social deception games which are rather full on, I suppose. Among Us is very quick, it's very snappy, and you know, things cycle so quickly that you, like, I suppose tensions don't build up or anything like that. Each game feels like a fresh new slate to work with, and it's nice. That's exactly the sort of thing I'm looking for. So, you know, I think there's a decent chance that I actually do keep playing that for a while. Well, until, you know, it falls out of favour month and the next new hotness comes around. I don't imagine this is a game that will last around forever, to be honest. But it's definitely the hottest trend right now, especially like on Twitch. Have you seen how many people are streaming it constantly? Like, a lot of my friends like love watching it, like, you know, Disguised Toast. And that's like kind of like that sort of portion of offline TV, I suppose, and others playing it. And yeah, to be honest, I get it. It's incredibly fun to watch them do that sort of thing. I'd imagine though, I'm sort of glad I'm not like that big or anything. Like, with that pressure to chase the trends and that sort of thing, because I don't think I could play Among Us that often for that long. To be perfectly frank with you, like it's a fantastic game, and I do like playing it. It's just I'm not sure I have the patience to play any game for like 5 hours continuously or anything. Even Animal Crossing, my favourite game series perhaps of all time, I would not want to play it for 5 hours. It's just too much, I think. I'm just not like a marathon gamer, I suppose. Slow and steady. So I don't know, maybe we'll play some more later tonight, maybe we won't, I don't really know. I feel like I have so much stuff to do. I need to sort out my own life. I feel like I don't have time, but you know, that's neither here nor there, nor any of your concern. So don't worry about that. But yeah, Among Us is nice. I got a few victories in there. Like, I think I played Traitor 3 times, and it was 3 times in a row when we switched map. Do we really have us painting? Crazy red. Why have you got to do me like this? Yeah, I can't remember what I was saying. Do we already have a painting? Oh, there it is. It's so hard to fill up this art exhibit, isn't it? Oh, what was I saying about Among Us? Yeah, oh yeah, I played the Imposter, sorry, not the Traitor. I keep calling it Traitor. After, like, Gmod Trouble in Terrorist Town, even though I've never even played that game, so... The Imposter, I played them 3 times in a row, because when I joined, we played on this one map, and then we switched maps because someone else joined us, I think. Can't remember exactly. I played Imposter 3 times in a row in that new map. And I gotta say, in that game, there is a sort of weird, like, learning curve to it, because, basically, if you don't know the concept of Among Us, you basically have 2 teams. You have crewmates and you have imposters, and crewmates run around trying to do tasks to fix up the ship, and the imposters are trying to murder them as they go about their business and not get caught. But the thing is, the imposters can't actually do any other tasks. Or very, very few, but only specific situation tasks. So when you're new to the game, you're sort of running around being like, okay, I need to pretend I'm doing tasks, except for I don't know what's a task and what isn't a task. Oh, hello, Galavara. I feel like it's been a while since we've seen you, hasn't it? Especially when you're on a new map, where I'm like, okay, I understand the concept, and most of us understand, like, conceptually how to play this game now. It's just like, I don't know where anything is, I don't know how to fake properly. On the plus side, I guess no one knows if I'm faking properly or not. So yeah, the first 2 matches I played, the first one, I can't remember, what was the first one? First one, I think I threw, because I misunderstood what people were doing and I accidentally voted. What happened was, we were very suspicious of my imposter ally, and I was like, oh my god, we're going to vote them out, okay. But what I didn't hear is 2 people in the call also went, why don't we skip this vote? And I didn't hear that at all. I just heard everyone was like, the other people were going to say, we're going to vote for this person. So then I accidentally did a vote that meant that he got kicked out. So I'm very sorry to you. And I almost pulled it back, I think, but like, once it got down to like the last 4 of us, I was like, everyone was sticking together, and I was like, oh, I don't know how to separate everyone now. It was my first game as imposter, give me a break. The second game, I can't remember what happened in the second game. I think I did things too slowly. I don't even remember what happened, but the third one, pulled out a victory in that one. I don't think I had any particularly good plays. I just had a lot of them. I just wasn't suspected much, I don't think. Flew under the radar for most of it. I don't know. I feel like my memory's so bad now for these sort of things. Or maybe it's just I don't care anymore about that sort of thing. Maybe when I was much more achievement orientated. What, oriented? Wait, hold on, I don't know which one's the correct word. I remember all my good plays being like, oh man, I'm so good at this game. Remember I did that? Now I'm like, oh, I had fun. What'd I do? I don't remember. I just remembered it was a fun time. You know, remember the emotions, not the moments. That's a good way of putting it. I guess that's kind of what I did. So yeah, it was nice. I got a few victories off. Ooh, there we go. And then I played crewmate basically all the other times. I don't think I played imposter again after those 3 matches in a row. I would say it's pretty fun. I feel like there's an interesting amount of depth despite how deceivingly simple the game is. Like strategies, but I don't know. I think a part of me, just the pessimist in me is just like, I feel like this is all going to be ruined once people start knowing how to play, and the sort of confusion, the chaos of it is all lost. I can't remember where Gullivar was. Oh, he was at Diana's house, wasn't he? Oh, we'll go say hi to Amelia because we haven't given her a present yet. Perhaps that's too negative. I don't know. I also don't know if people are watching. Like, I would suggest, are people interested in watching me play Among Us? It's probably not very interesting because, like, I don't imagine a lot of people here from my circle of friends who they don't know anything about. And plus, it's hard to organise. I'm not sure if everyone wants to be on YouTube videos and that sort of thing. I don't know. I think if I was to gonna start introducing other people to the channel, I'll do it slowly through like co-op games or something. Like if there's like a next installment of We Were Here or something, I'll probably like upload a series of that with Benedict. That seems like fun. I will say we've actually played through We Were Here 2 and We Were Here Together, and I've recorded it all. It's just I never uploaded it because the sound balance is terribly off in some of the like the first 2 series, because you know I was using it as testing recording. And in the 3rd series, I don't know why I didn't upload it. It's because I had to edit them together. Because there's one part where there's a few parts where we missed some points of the puzzles, and I'm really lazy. I don't really like editing videos. I'm very sorry. So I just couldn't be bothered. I don't know if there's a next installment and We Were Here series, and then I upload that and other people are interested in seeing the previous ones, maybe I'll upload them. I don't know. We'll see how it goes. Yeah, but cooperative puzzle games with Benedict could be pretty good. Something with Ali could be pretty good, but he doesn't do puzzle games as much. We normally do strategies game together, which is plausible. We could find something like what was the one we played For the King recently together? We played it with me, Ali, and Benedict. I don't know. Something along those lines maybe we could do. Slow introductions. I feel like introducing you to 10 different people at once is it's a bit much. And plus they all have very different energies from me, I will say. I'm not the quietest in our group, I will say, but I am probably one of the most laid back, almost one of the most relaxed. Maybe. I don't know. And plus I feel like my dynamic within a group dynamic is much more different than how I am on my own. Like, you probably get that feeling as well. Like, how you act in a group is different to how you act in yourself, because when you're in your group, you're sort of like having a group effort to keep everyone entertained, right? So, you know, I act slightly differently if it's comedic or that sort of thing. Like, I often play the straight man in our group where I'm like, yeah, you shouldn't do that, or like, I'll play the serious, like, the voice of reason, that sort of thing. Be like, nah, I don't think that's how you should do those sort of things. Like, you might be like, I'm a killjoy or something in the group, which is not how I actually am. To be fair, I am serious and I am cautious. And I am cautious about these sort of things. Well, about a lot of things in general. I'm not a killjoy, I suppose. But I do play that part in our group settings because it's funny, you know, that way. You need to have a straight man in a duo of a straight man and a funny man just to emphasize how much when a funny man says something funny, just how ridiculous it actually is, you know? I think that's obviously overanalyzing group dynamics, but it's just, you know, I think about it a lot, I suppose. I think it's naturally how it comes out. Oh, Lily, what are you crafting? So I don't know, what sort of feature games people will be interested in group games? I've kind of missed a boat with Among Us, to be honest. So that's not really going to happen. Probably. I don't know, unless there's significant interest, but I don't know. The group dynamic's very different. Anyway, Among Us is pretty cool. I guess I should do my spiel, you know, where I give a rundown of Among Us. So there's two teams, there's crewmates, and there's imposters. Usually 1 to 2 imposters, maybe 3 imposters, if you have more people, I'm not sure. And the crewmates are running about on this map, on this ship, trying to do their best to perform certain tasks at different locations around the ship to fix the ship, I suppose. I don't really know what the law is. And once all the crewmates have done their tasks, the crewmates win. Now the imposters are here to be like, hey, we don't want that to happen. They're going to do everything they can to try and stop that happening. And the imposters, what they can do is they can kill people, as one. And a second thing they can do is they can sabotage things. Now what sabotage means is they can cause basically panic-filled events to sort of separate the crewmates. Because if everyone just stuck together, that'd be very difficult. But the good thing is that the tasks that the crewmates have to do are scattered all around the map. And also, imposters can sabotage things, which will separate the group. So, like, for example, they can cause a nuclear meltdown, which means that if 2 people don't go to the control room and then, like, scan their hands at the same time, then the imposters win. Or they can cause the lights to go out, which significantly reduces the field of view that all the crewmates have, but the imposters still can see quite a lot. Stuff like that, you know. Where in the chaos, the imposters can get kills off. Now the thing is, when someone gets killed, their dead body is left behind, and we'll have a quick run back to Nook so we can empty out an inventory. And what anyone can do, crewmates or imposters, is when they see a dead body, they can report it. And what a report does is it holds a meeting. And I might add here that there's absolutely no communication during Among Us, during rounds, apart from in meetings. Meetings are the only times when you can talk to each other. Whether it be through text chat, or it be through your own voice comms in Discord is how we're doing it. So yeah, it's only during those meetings. So if you find a dead body, you can report it, and then a meeting will be called, at which point you can discuss what you see, and then you can choose to vote, or you can choose to skip the vote. And if whatever the majority amount of votes is what happens. So if someone gets a majority of the votes, then they'll be voted out. Or if the skip button gets a majority of the votes, then no one will be voted out, and you'll just skip that round of voting. Also, at any time, any crewmate or imposter, there's a big red button in the middle, which can press that button to call an emergency meeting if they get like overwhelming evidence, like they see someone jump into a vent, which I'll explain in a bit, or they have really strong suspicions, that sort of thing. They can call an emergency meeting, and then a vote can happen that way as well. We saw Fuchsia over here. We should probably give her something too. Did we give Rowan something? We didn't. Let's do it now then. Yeah. The game ends if the number of imposters equals the number of crewmates. So if there's 2 imposters and 2 crewmates, imposters win. 1 imposter, 1 crewmate, imposters win. And then crewmates win if they eliminate all the imposters by voting them out, or they finish all their tasks. Noted as well, when you die as a crewmate, you are still there as a ghost, and you still have to finish your tasks. So you can't slouch around if you're a ghost. The final thing, I suppose, is the imposters have a few things at their disposal, or they can sabotage things, and they can also hop into vents, which are sort of like shortcut tunnels around the map, I suppose is how you describe it. They can pop into vents and pop out again, so it gives them far more maneuverability compared to the crewmates. Oh, there's a duplicate purple here. I didn't even realise. Which means they can pop in, pop out, pop into a vent, pop out again, pick up a lone straggler, and then which of these is duplicate? You're a duplicate, I think. And then be on their merry way and be far away from a crime. So yeah, it's all about who do you trust, working together to try and find the imposters, and the imposters trying to blend in with everyone else and raise suspicion elsewhere. That's basically the gist of Among Us. There's probably people out there with very nice like video guides or whatever explaining things in detail, explaining strategies. I can't really give you any strategies because I don't really know. I'm still very much a beginner to the game myself. I know. If you want strategies, go watch like Disguised Toast or something. He's pretty good, right? At least that's who my friends are talking about. So yeah, Among Us, cool game. And what's crazy is Among Us, like, I actually watched gameplay of it. Well, not, I shouldn't say I watched gameplay. I like heard about it way before it even got like kicked off on Twitch with all these, with a lot of these streamers. Is because I watched Keen play it. Keen, the TFT player, because I was watching him play TFT to try and like get better at TFT at some point, or I just like watching Keen. I don't know. He's got a very chill vibe as well, but he's got very like deadpan humor. Not deadpan humor, but it's sort of deadpan. I don't know how else to describe it. Ooh, 5,000 bells. So I just like watching him the best. And he plays it sometimes while he's waiting in queue. Now I didn't really watch him play it so much as I saw him open up the game and run around about in it. But it's crazy to see how like much have exploded. Like, can you imagine being like indie dev? They had like a really tiny team. Didn't they have like 1 programmer? I can't remember exactly the statistics and all that. It's a crazy tiny team. And imagine, Among Us came out in like 2019 or something for like a mobile release. I read a blog post or something where they wrote about it, and like the biggest audience was like Brazil or something, and and the biggest income was microtransactions through the Android store. And then suddenly, because like Steam reached out to them to give like a daily deal or something, 50%, and then I can't remember which YouTuber covered them, not YouTuber, Twitch streamer covered them, just like played through on Twitch for a bit, and huge explosion. Among Us is now the most popular indie game as of right now. It's Flavor of the Month. Can you imagine that, working like tirelessly on an indie game in a tiny studio and being like, oh, it's only getting a handful of like downloads and purchases and installs, and then suddenly, out of nowhere, a year later after the game's being released, explosive popularity. Sure. I don't know what you wanted, Savannah. I wasn't really paying attention. I'm sorry. Explosive popularity. Every Twitch streamer is playing it. You've probably got millions of downloads now. Millions of purchases. Everyone in the gaming sphere knows about your game now. And it's even picking up mainstream in outside the gaming sphere. Probably because it's a simple game. It's relatively easy to pick up. And because it's on mobile, it means it's very, very accessible. And because it's got crossplay, people who are in the gaming circle can introduce their non-gaming friends to it. Even better. Like, I think if that happened to me, if I was a game dev, which I'm not, mind you, but if I were, I think my heart would just stop. I'd just be like, what is going on? Am I going to pick up this weed? Hopefully. I also realised that we should probably clear out more space between these black and pink ones, because otherwise only one of them can grow at a time, which is a bit silly. Like, if I saw my game get, my tiny indie game get that much explosive popularity, I would just be like, what is going on? It would be unbelievable. Probably the best thing that ever happened, I'd imagine. And imagine it's the best thing that ever happened to those devs as well. I'm happy for them. They did really well. They found a niche in the gaming market, I suppose, and executed it particularly well, and had the patience for it to eventually pay out. I don't know if I could be a game dev. That, like, instability and job security definitely would worry me a lot. But, you know, saying that, I do love creative expression. And creating things in video games are a good passion of mine, so maybe I could be. Maybe I could be. Any game devs out there hiring? Hire me, you know. I've got basic programming knowledge. I'm an okay artist. I've got a musical background, and made whole 4 songs in my life. You want a voice actress? Hit me up. I can do one voice, and that's my own voice. I don't know. I probably have more success with trying to get their own publicity out there. Right, being like, hey, dear darling, you want to play through this game? You know, any upcoming indie puzzle game developers want to send me a copy of your game? I'll play it. Of course, I've only got 80 subscribers, so it's, you know, it's a bit of a pipe dream for now. So let's not get our hopes up. Man, it'd be really cool if I could do that. I always thought it's really cool about YouTubers, you know. Like, so they get so many game keys and all that, being like, hey, try out my game. I'd be like, man, that'd be awesome. Think about all the games you could play. You know, you just start a Twitch stream and be like, alright, today we've got 3 games lined up for you. We're going to spend about an hour on each, and we're going to see what we think of them. That'd be really cool. Oh well. As of right now, I'm just going to stick with my daily Animal Crossing uploads, where I just spout utter nonsense for half an hour. I can I can dream about not fictional, far off ambitions. Maybe one day they'll come to fruition. Watch your space. Dear darling, 4 years from now. #1 YouTube. Okay, that's stupid. Well, I mean, you know what would be really cool? And a really nice goal of mine? I'd like to, you know, get one of those play buttons. What's the first one, like 1,000 subscribers or something? No, maybe it's 10,000. That's obviously incredibly, incredibly far off, so... And probably also not likely to happen. I'm much more likely, as depressing it is, I'm much more likely to give up on my YouTube channel before I even hit that sort of milestone. I'm sorry to say so. But oh well. I'm having fun while it lasts. So I don't think there's anything wrong with that. Because I mean, I'm not doing this to get big, a YouTube channel. I'm doing this to have fun. Because I was going to play these games anyway. Why not just, you know, record them? And share my enjoyment with others. And also get good practice in there, and apparently speaking for half an hour. Get good vocal training out in there. Enunciate my words, being able to speak fluently, being able to be entertaining. Am I entertaining? I don't know. I feel like I'm more like on the relaxing variety, right? I'm like a cool down rather than a hype up. I'm okay with that, to be honest. I think that suits who I am. But yeah, I completely lost track of where I was going with this conversation. It's just about Among Us, I guess. It's a cool game. I'm happy for the devs as well, for how much success they found with it. I'd like to see it get pushed a bit more as well, like maybe perhaps different roles to expand upon it, and I feel like different roles would really add a good spice to the game, but they should not be added to vanilla. Oh, you know, one thing I mentioned about Among Us, which is really cool, they have nearly every single setting in the game is changeable. So like you can change cooldowns and kills. You can change like vision radiuses. It's amazing. It's so much customizability, and I think that's what will give it really quite a lot of staying power. Because if you find like a meta develops in your friend group and imposters are now like running away with it, there's like they're winning so often, then you can just change it, make it a bit harder for imposters. Maybe they can't see as much, maybe their kill cooldowns longer, and maybe in most extreme cases, maybe fewer imposters. You know, it's the amount of customizability in it is really what I think is missing in a lot of these multiplayer games that really gives it that staying power, because now you can tailor that sort of game to how your friend group plays rather than how anyone plays. So that's exciting. But anyway, let's round this off here. It's been about half an hour and I've talked about Among Us long enough. So if you have been watching, thank you very much. This has been Animal Crossing New Horizons and I've been Dear Darling. Any likes, comments and subscriptions are greatly appreciated. And if you want, join the Dear Darling Discord down in the description below, where we talk about random stuff, I guess. I hope we can see each other again, but for now it's our farewell. So until next time, bye bye for now.